Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and call our meeting to order. I'm going to ask Mr. Norton if he would do the pledge for us. And Mr. Raines, he's going to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Bow your heads with me, please. Gracious Father God, we thank you so much for this evening. We can come together and the jurors can make decisions for this parish. Father God, we just ask that you would go with them, give them wisdom and strength that they need. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Follow me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, and we'll be having our E911 board commissions agenda first. Then a guest of public comments for E911. Hearing none. We have no old business. New business, approved the October 20th, 2025 minutes.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Baker. Second by Mr. Raines. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Baker, would you please vote?
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Item 2, authorize payment of approved bills and accept the financial statement as of October 31st, 2025, and year-to-date actual report prepared by Dees Garner CPA.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Fuller. I'll second. Any discussion? If none,
Aye.
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 The motion carries. Item 3, approve proposed 2026 budget.
Just an overview of the budget. It's practically the same as what we've been operating. You know, we did make some adjustments, as we know that text and 911, when it's totally done, we should be getting close. We'll have that coming this year.
Okay.
So we made a few adjustments for potential things. We're looking at potentially some over-the-top cyber security protections. We know what's happening across the state for some other organizations. And so we put a little bit in there, just if we decide to move forward with that, we can. But otherwise, it's a regular operating budget we've operated off of several years.
Okay. That's not a microphone on your desk. Okay, then the motion to approve.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Baker. Second. Second by Mr. Fuller. Any discussion? Hearing none. I think it's your turn, Mr. Baker.
My time for what?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, I'm sorry.
I said aye.
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 Aye. Motion carried. Anything you want to say? Anything else?
Happy to be here. Appreciate y'all being here.
All right,
Appreciate the
thanks.
support y'all giving me.
Thank you, Mr. Phillip.
So move.
Motion adjourned by Mr. Baker.
Second.
Second by Mr. Fuller. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
None opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
Thank y'all.
Okay, all right. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and, go ahead and start our regular meeting. Going to get into it. The Dallas Cowboys are playing tonight, so we don't want to tear it. I want to tear it.
Here, here.
Okay, presentation of achievement and service awards. Do we have any? Okay. I do have something. I attended the Clico Desiree opening luncheon, and they gave us this big check, $800,000.
No.
$800,000.
I don't need to.
We do that now. You think I'll do the game tonight?
You are representing.
I like everybody. I got the real check now, just so y'all know.
How'd that feel? A little warm?
Okay, any announcements? Expand Energy covered arena donation.
Ernell Michelle Kavanaugh with Expand Energy is here tonight.
Okay.
You get to come on down and take a pictures.
Yeah, come on down. So, on behalf of Expand Energy, we want to present this check for $50,000 to the 4-H covered arena. I don't know if it was last month or 2 months ago, we were here and we watched the 4-H livestock folks, kids come in, and just the pride that they had and showed, and it's just something that Expand Energy wants to be a part of, and we really want to support the kids in our communities. So we are excited to present this check for $50,000 for the arena.
Yo, hey man.
Okay, call for additions and deletions to the agenda. I see we have one addition, Mr. Larry Hurd.
This is Steve.
We get a motion
Motion.
to add him on.
So moved.
You so
I
moved.
think he's just guessed. I don't know if you have
Guest
to
vote,
do a
okay.
motion.
All right, Mr. Jones and the board, jury, I just came to say thank you for the work that I had asked for a couple of years to get done. It was a daunting task, but I just wanted to thank publicly the board and especially Mr. Norton and Ms. Stacy for, I'm not saying it right.
Michelle.
Michelle, for her hard work. The house next door was a house that you would not want to live near. And now I would like for you to come by and see. It is a house that you could say is livable now. It looked as if something that was not even in
Wow.
the rural area, and it was beyond livable. Thank you for, I was always told, if you want something, ask for it. And if you get it, thank them for it. And I just wanted to let you know I appreciate what was done. Thank you very much.
Well,
Okay, guests of public comment. You know the guests of public comment.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening.
Bruce Carroll, 508 Carroll Road, Holly, Louisiana. I'm coming to see if we can, some discrepancy about some funding that had been denied for the St. Mark Church. last week. I spoke with, a couple months ago, I spoke with my police bureau, and we wanted to do a festival. And I asked, was there any funds available to the parish, just out of curiosity? He said, well, the time has run out, but when time comes, you know, you can submit a proposal from the St. Mark Church and request. I did that, in all honesty, I did that. We submitted the report, the proposal, from the St. Mark Baptist Church. I think Tamika was the one that signed, Tamika Carroll that signed it as well. But it was not, my organization, Green the Church, was not asking or submitting any, for any fund requests from this organization. It was coming from the St. Mark Baptist Church. And I would ask if you would possibly reconsider, take another look at it. The other thing, it was submitted for not $1,500, but for $5,000. I'm not sure what a discrepancy took place, what happened, but I would like to strike any negative piece from the Green to Church piece, because we did not submit, nor did we ask. But we did, St. Mark Church was requesting those funds. So I asked that if you would reconsider the funding request.
Okay. Any questions for?
Yes, sir. You said it was an article came out
Yes.
with the wrong
Yeah,
information?
On Saturday morning, I got a text message sharing that Green the Church had been denied some funding. And that's not true, because we did not request any funding at all. So I don't even know how Green the Church, my email is Green the Church, but the Green the Church did not, one of my emails, but Green the Church did not request any funding from this organization. So I don't know how they got caught up in the conversation, why it was even brought up at all. So it kind of went out in the community that we were being denied something, and just start talking, asking questions. So I need that to go away real quickly,
Yep.
because it does a discredit to our organization and the work
What's the
that
name
we
of the
do.
church? What was the name of the church?
St. Mark Baptist
St. Mark
Church.
Baptist. Okay.
St. Mark Baptist Church.
And that church is
690 Janelle
located
Circle. In
The Neal Circle?
Yes, sir. Holly, Louisiana.
And it was the same thing. It was the same thing with the Mount Canaan Church. They understand that thing was their pastor. He's from Shreveport, but the church is from DeSoto Parish. So you right. We need to make a correction.
Any more questions you want to ask?
I have a question. So the communication that went out, so via media, is that what you're saying, sir?
Yes, he did. Channel 12 News and the News
Oh.
Break.
Okay.
Channel 12 News.
Did they speak?
They had the whole conversation that took place between the jurors.
Yes.
Just for the record, and y'all all had a notice in y'all's packet that I sent. The request that came in, the only thing I had was something from Outlook, and it was forwarded from Bruce C. Carroll to Richard Fuller, and then Mr. Richard Fuller forwarded that to April. So that is all I had to go based on that information. So, I mean, I do apologize if you did not make that request, but based on my information that it was submitted to me, this is all I had to go by.
What date was that?
This was forwarded September 23rd.
And the
I
deadline?
got it from Bruce C. Carroll to Richard Fuller. Community Event Fall Festival Funding Request.
And then the last one was sent.
This is all I have.
So I sent something to April and to Richard. The deadline was to submit the, that was the initial that I sent to Richard just to look at. That wasn't even for the funding. He just said, give him something to look at that we wanted to. And then when I came back by the deadline, he said, here's the deadline, and said, go ahead and submit it. I submitted it.
And like I said, this is all
That's what
I
you had.
received. Yes, sir.
April?
No, sir, my name is Liliana Garcia.
Okay, that's April. So I sent it to April.
Yes, sir. But like I said, all the information I was going by when it was discussed in this meeting was all based on the email that I got with your information.
And the church was submitting that?
like I said, I went by to tell the jury, all I had was an email forward from you that says to green the church to Mr. Fuller.
So what I'm asking again is my email is from the church, but the funding request. did
There
not
was
say-
no headings, and I did pointed that out to everybody in this jury when this was done.
But Green the Church did not ask for any funding.
Okay,
That's what I want to be clear.
okay.
All right, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
Well,
I
how
don't
can it
mind,
be fixed?
how can what be fixed?
Basically, if
If the news media got something wrong, the news media, they watch our video, they listen to the minutes. I did not speak to the news media related to
I
anything.
didn't say that you did.
But I know, I'm just saying, I was contacted over the weekend about a correction. I submitted a correction to the news media, please correct your article. As of today, I don't believe they've done so.
Okay,
So, I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't mind telling them to correct their articles, but if I don't know, I can't do that.
and then I understand that Miss Lily is, you know, that's all she had, and so that's what was stated, and so I understand that, so that's no part, pointing toward you, because if it did not have any headings, then that's all
Correct.
you had to go on was based on that email address. I guess in the future, what we need to look at, if we get something that's coming across the desk that does not have any type of proper heading to it, then we need to kick it back to whomever so that we won't have these type of issues again.
Understand?
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the funding request that we submitted, you never got that.
So
I never got it.
so who did it go to?
I didn't get it on the day on September 30th. I did talk to Tamika earlier, and she forwarded it to me today.
No, I sent, okay.
Well, who did you send it to, sir?
I sent it to Richard, Tamika, and to April, the email that I got. And I have it, that I sent it.
What emails do you have? The emails?
Office. The emails are April Freeman, A. Freeman at DeSotoPPJ.com, and Richard Fuller 69 at gmail.com, and Tamika Carroll.
Okay, so
I
all,
sent it on September 30th at 8:46 p.m.
Miss Trina, just to, also, I want to make sure, the request that was sent to me had nothing to do with their
I know.
funding.
Oh.
It was another one, and actually, the news media, they did correct it. I stand corrected on that.
Oh,
They did
thank you.
make that correction at my request.
okay, sir.
no,
Okay,
I
so you
mean,
did, so those are 3 individuals that you sent it to?
Yes, ma'am, that's what I was instructed.
Okay, we'll move on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Got enough? Come on up, Mr. Mayor.
How y'all doing?
All right.
How you doing?
My name is Maida McCray, and I represent the KCS Community Center and the Foster Grandparent Program. And I was on to speak a couple of months ago, and I didn't get the dates right, and I wasn't here. So I appreciate you all going ahead. I did get my request submitted on time, and it's in your budget, and I appreciate that. But I mainly wanted to come and thank you all for your support and to show you the work that we have been doing with our, with the foster grandparents and the community center. You have a little packet I made up on your desk to show you what, because I saw something on social media, and the question was, what are these nonprofits doing with the money? So I made up a little, a little packet and showing you what we are doing with our money. And so I wanted to bring to your attention, like, I printed out how much it costs for the volunteers to work during the month of June, and it's like $7,000. But that's paid through the foster grandparent program. So I wanted you to see the difference, like if you had that many hours of, that you had to pay somebody, then what kind of cost you would be if you was paying them minimum wage. But we're doing this as volunteers, you know, with the foster grandparent program. So it's saving a lot of money that we don't have to ask the parish for, but the foster grandparents are doing. So when I asked for like $2,400 to give the volunteers a lunch once a month, and this statement only has the next 6 months compared to $7,000 or $13,000 that if they were employees or something like that. I just wanted to show you the amount of money and the hours that the volunteers are saving the parish. And I also wanted to speak on behalf of our summer camp, which was very successful this first year. We had over 40 children participate in the summer camp. So we have to have, you know, supplies and things for the children to do while they are there. And we feed them. We don't ask the parent, the only thing we ask the parent is to just drop them off. And so like to have food for them for breakfast and lunch, to have arts, crafts, games, and things for them to play. That's the type of stuff that we, you know, need money to help with our summer program. So if, you know, if anybody got some extra money they want to give to the KCS, we would appreciate it.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you. Y'all doing a good job, because we were just talking about before the meeting started that we need more people, community with our kids, you know, working and giving our kids things to do. President's report. I don't have one. I do have an announcement to my fellow jurors. You know, I've been president, I think, since I've been on jury. It's been my second stint, and served as vice president, so I can't even count the years. But just to let you know that I will not be seeking the presidency for next year. Wanted to make you know that. Okay, council report.
The president has asked me to comment on the voice voting procedure that we're going on at this time. It has to do, we had made an announcement concerning this a few months ago, but the prior Attorney General had issued an opinion, and it has been the practice of a very large number of the government bodies in our state to vote through electronic means. There is a statute that contains a Latin term that means by voice. The newest Attorney General has rendered an opinion in a lawsuit that a voice vote is required, although the prior Attorney General felt that the spirit of the statute was to require accountability, and that as long as you had it displayed who was voting for what, that satisfied the purpose and the spirit of the statute, although maybe not the precise language. So at this point, there is a lawsuit going on in DeSoto Parish challenging a vote of the DeSoto Parish Commission, which occurred through an electronic means. So until that matter is resolved and there's actually a legal opinion from a court about which Attorney General's opinion should be and consider the law, we will continue to vote by voice, or that is my advice to this body, to avoid any possible challenge or technicality procedural issues with electronic voting.
Okay, any questions? Okay, administrative report.
Thank you, Mr. President. Item 1, road updates. And when I mention HB2 monies and the road updates, I'm specifically meaning the money we get from the state and the jury's match portion, so there is a portion of that. The first road, Bethlehem Road, we are currently still acquiring right-of-way. This project is funded by HB2 monies. Item 2, Brown Road, we are currently negotiating with the landowners to acquire the right-of-way. This project is funded wholly by the police jury, and as of today, I think we've made a little inroads into that. I can't give you any more detail on that one, but I believe we are very close to getting the right-of-way so we can start that project. Cook Creek Road begins construction following the Thanksgiving holidays. This project is funded wholly by the police jury. The I-49 North Industrial Park Road, with the federal government shutdown over, the EDA has returned to work. We are now waiting on EDA's review of the documentation that has been submitted. We anticipate advertising this project sometime in December with a bid opening sometime in January of 2026. This project is funded by an EDA grant and the police jury money. Marshall Road project is currently under construction. This project is funded by HB2 monies. The Metcalf Road project is currently under construction. This project is funded wholly by the police jury. Nash Road is pending funding and final design from engineering. This project is funded wholly by the police jury. The Red Bluff Road Phase 1 project is currently in the right-of-way acquisition stage. This project will begin construction in 2026 and is funded by HB2 monies. The West Elm Plantation Bridge project is currently under construction by DOTD. Per the agreement the jury made for the construction of this bridge, we are working with the Bayou Pure water system to relocate the existing water line that runs the perimeter of that bridge. WPA road construction was awarded to Regional Construction recently. This project is set to begin after the New Year's holiday. That project is funded by HB2 monies. Item 2, solid waste employee update. As some of you know, the assistant superintendent out there, Marcus Williams, was hired about 6-7 months ago, and it's part of the job description that you obtain your Class 2 level Class A level A licensing through Department of Environmental Quality. And Marcus is here. If you could stand up, Marcus. We now have 2 Class Level A people out at the landfill. He passed it the first time around. That is very rare. Please. Thank you. Thank you, Marcus. Item 3, the annual training reminder. If you have not done so already, please complete your annual training as required by state law. Each juror is required to complete the ethics training and the sexual harassment training. If you have any questions regarding the training you need, please contact Amy Shelton, the jury's HR director, and she'll give you all the information you need. Item 4, the Planning Commission update. The Planning Commission did not have quorum last week, so they were unable to meet. The meeting has been rescheduled to this Friday, November 21st at 3 p.m. The items that they are looking to take up are the final construction for the Phase 4 of Mary Oak subdivision and to discuss a draft of the new subdivision regulations. I mention that because they've been working diligently trying to get those before y'all. So as soon as they get done with that, we're going to have something to present to you. Item 5, the nuisance abatement summary. Mr. Hurd kind of stole my thunder on that, but I'm glad he did. Please pay attention to the enclosed reports in your binders. They include summary reports from our nuisance abatement officer. The report also includes before and after photos related to the properties that have been abated. To date, we've successfully cleaned up 10 properties.
Yay.
We're still pretty early in this process. So I do anticipate us, if we're not able to recoup the cost, because we have to invoice the landowners for the cost of those abatements. If we cannot recuperate those will be sent over to the sheriff to to be attached to their taxes. Item 6, Global Seamless update. Last week, we delivered to Global Seamless their $500,000 economic incentive payment. In April of 2024, the jury approved this economic benefit if Global Seamless met certain benchmarks in the payment in lieu of taxes, also known as the pilot program. This performance-based grant from the police jury was to be used to reimburse Global Seamless for expenditures made related to environmental mitigation and site improvement. Once the facility is up and running at full capacity, it will provide over 130 local jobs. I went out, when I met with them, they've already created approximately 40 to 50 jobs. They couldn't give me an exact number, and they do have one of their buildings in operations. So at some point, probably in January, They're going to offer up a tour for the jurors. We'll have that set up and we'll send y'all that information so y'all can go out. Item 7, the budget. The 2026 budget presented to the jury includes cuts across the board. A few months ago, when I met with the department heads, I told each of them to find cuts in their budgets. I thought this was appropriate due to the COLA request we presented to the jury and the anticipated drop in revenues. We now know that the estimated tax revenue loss between all funds is $1,002,770. All in all, these funds include a COLA within each budget. We've cut from the general fund 4%, solid waste 8%, and from roads 3%. And this is taking into consideration all the drop in our revenue. That's my report, Mr. President. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, I do.
Yes, ma'am.
On these embankment things with these okay, like this property, see this Maplewood Drive? This property that we didn't even realize belonged to the Berea family because we were told that the state took it over. Benjamin, I got a letter for me and my husband. This was one of them was his brother, but he had 5 kids. So my husband and them wouldn't be his next heirs. That's the first thing. They not gonna be his heirs. Benjamin and James. On the other property, we received a letter when their mother died, and the state said that they had so long to pay back. I think it was up in the thousands, 50,000, something like that, because she was in the nursing home. So apparently they thought, that the state had, so, I mean, I don't blame her. I wouldn't pay taxes on the property that you done told me I know they no longer heirs or own. So that's how that got mixed up. So we thinking the state abandoned the house. However, the next door neighbor is the one piled all this junk up in this house. See what I'm saying? Until you called me, I think. He called me concerning these properties. We had no idea. Because if we had known that my husband and his brother owned this property, it wouldn't have never, in no way. For a matter of fact, we would have redone the house and I'd have been renting it out 9-5 if I had known, honestly. But in these kind of situations, what do you do? Because I want to make absolutely sure before we put up any money that the state, because Benjamin, was told his kids, I talked to his kids concerning this property, and she said their dad told him that he lost that house in bankruptcy. So how do we go about making absolutely sure that they are the owners of this property before investing any money to clean it up? Because I ain't willing to pay no money to clean up no property and then come back and say, well, y'all don't own it, it belongs to the state. You see what, y'all understand what I'm saying? So during this process,
You may have to speak with an attorney, huh, Mr. Burrell?
Yeah.
You might have to speak with, I think that would be your best out, to speak with an attorney.
now, I just brought it up because it's in this little pamphlet showing
That,
this property, yeah. And I know the property, know what I'm saying? And no means do I want anybody to think we let this property go and get in this condition, because that wasn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Michelle works in our office, and a lot of the direction on how she's got started with some of these properties has been at my direction. So, but we first started with some houses that we thought we could, benefit the neighbors. That's how, we want to make sure we remove. There was one burned house in that subdivision and things like that, and we wanted to start with that subdivision to benefit those neighbors and get those houses removed from there. That software that y'all approved just recently that Michelle can utilize, that's what led us to be able to track your family down and give you that information that you might have some connection to that property. So that was a big benefit to Michelle. Those particular properties we got underway with bidding out the cleanup work before we were able to dig in with that new software package and so forth. And it'll help you, track down some of those errors and so forth like that. But that was a benefit that she's able to, she will be able to do a better job in the future of possibly going a little bit deeper with the dive. And when we get those, we send it to the owner, the registered owner. In this case, they're deceased. So we get just return certified mail. And so then we can try to reach out to the heirs and do our best due diligence to find those other individuals that are associated with those properties. But that's how the process has taken place to date, and that's how our goals have kind of been established on where we can make with the fewest amount of dollars, make the biggest impact to the subdivisions and to those. And that's all we're concentrating at the current time, is in established subdivisions. I think our current ordinance doesn't really encourage us to venture outside of subdivisions at this time.
All right, thank you, Mr. Riser.
Okay, I got one more question for you. I requested a list of our roads fixed for the last 5 years, and I noticed in that list that Metcalf Road y'all got it in my district. That's not my district.
Or yours and mine.
You're referring to that package you picked up from the road department several weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, the road department routinely makes errors on that report, and I'm having to check that. What month are you referring to? I'd have to go back and look at that.
Oh, I don't exactly recall the month, but I do know Metcalf Road is listed in my 4B.
Okay.
And it's not in 4B.
Okay.
I just want to clarify that.
Yes, ma'am.
It's mine.
Okay, that's the end of the report, Mr.
I got something.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I just want to say something about the employee update. I know when we upped the requirements for the assistant supervisor at the landfill, there are some people that will never find someone qualified, and they will never find someone that will pass the exam. I just want to say, there's people out there that are driven and good candidates, just like Marcus. So I want to, again, thank Marcus for doing this, because our landfill is going to run more efficiently because of you. Thank you very much.
Okay, moving on, our lobbyist, Chance McNeil, is not with us tonight, so we'll go to our treasurer financial report.
Good evening. Before y'all have the October 2025 financial report. The general fund, we received $9.1 million in revenues, while the expenses are at $8 million. You will notice that the revenues decreased from the September report. That is due to us dispersing the money from the community benefit payment to the other agencies. That was done straight from the revenue account, so that's why that's lower. The net change in the fund balance is $1 million, $88,350. On the road fund, we received $13.4 million in revenues, while the expenses are at $11.3 million. The sales tax continued to be about 1.8 lower than expected. Under the expenses, we're at 66% for public works, under operation, and 13% for capital outlay. Witness and jurors, revenues are 86%, expenditures at 35%. Jail fund, we received $1,465,330 in sales tax and interest earnings. Also reflected in this month, under the miscellaneous revenue portion, you have the sheriff's community benefit payment that was donated to the jail fund per his CEA. We have also paid our portion of the communication tower from the proceeds of the sale of assets. And then the operational expenses are at 71%. Correctional facility funds, expenses are at 6.08%. Total fund balance, it's $13,381,718. Solid waste, we received $12.6 million in revenues. Our tipping fees are about 15% under the expected amount. The landfill operations are at 73%, compactor site expenses at 78%, while the capital outlay is at 40%. Criminal court fund, we received $673,019 in revenues, and we paid out $466,643. It is a net increase in the fund by $206,000 $375. Office of Community Services, total collected is $596,271, while the total expenses are at $999,115. We have received all the reimbursements submitted to the state. We are waiting on contract paperwork to finalize allocation. Talked to Gladys this morning. We're gonna try to do that this week and submit reimbursements from May to October. For the airport fund, revenues are at 78%, while expenses are at 76%. Rental assistance, revenues at 91%, expenses are at 87%. Animal services, revenues at 95%, while expenses are 83%. Our sinking fund, no activity again, other than the account balance is at $3,220. Self-insurance, we transfer monies from different funds and the entity premiums totaling $2,662,070. And then we paid out $2,585,214. That includes the admin fees, claims, and prescriptions. The fund has a net change of $76,856 with a fund balance of $17,477. Disaster relief, no activity for October. The fund balance is at $409,355. Any questions on the financials for October?
Motion to approve the financial statement.
Move.
Motion by Mr. Baker, second by Mr. Fuller, to approve the financial statements. Any questions? Okay, Mr. Fuller?
Aye.
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 Okay, motion carries. Approval of minutes. Approved minutes for October the 20th, 2025, public hearing and regular meeting, October 27th, 2025, administrative committee meeting, special meeting, and budget and finance committee meeting, November the 3rd, 2025, administrative, road, and solid waste committee meetings, and November 10th, 2025, budget and finance committee meeting.
So move with all necessary correction.
Motion by Mr. Fuller,
Second.
second by Ms. Burrell. Any questions? Hearing none?
Aye.
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 Okay, motion carries. No old business, new business, authorize the president to execute a resolution certifying that DeSoto Parish is in compliance with the state of Louisiana off-system bridge replacement program requirements for the annual reporting period, and to submit said certification to the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Baker,
Second.
second by Mr. Holmes. Any questions? Hearing none? Mr.
Aye.
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 Okay, motion carries. No resolutions, ordinances. Adopt ordinances 7 of 2025, creating prospective precincts. I'm sorry, if we get that one, we're gonna defer that one until December. Administrative items. Authorize the parish treasurer to allocate $400,000 of the permit fee collected from Desiree to go towards the covered arena project.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Clark, second by Mr. Raines. Any discussion?
Yes. Now, explain this. This is from Desiree. Explain this to me. We spending $400,000 to do
Okay.
what? I thought we got I thought y'all said it was a, grant. They got a grant for this. So they asking us to add $400,000 more dollars to the 4H building.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know, we received the $50,000 from the equestrian club. That kind of was a spark that ignited the discussion related to the arena. Since then, we've had, you know, the jurors have put, you've put money in prior to this in a previous meeting. We've received money from some of the oil field companies and some of the private partnerships that we have. And at the current time, if we were to receive this $400,000 that we're discussing tonight, that'd put us at 1.1 million for that building. And, you know, that's gonna put us right on the cusp of being able to build a good phase one of that facility where we can get an arena cover, a covered arena, and lighting and possibly some parking associated with that phase one. There'll probably still have to be a phase two where we'll have to seek some additional funds in the future and so forth like that. But I think this will be a good starting point for us to have a facility that can be used for economic development and as well as the 4-H club and so forth like that. So that's where we're sitting at right now.
You know, you understand the problem I got with that, don't you?
This is
I've been trying to get a sports complex up there nearly since I can't even get it on the agenda. And me and you sat down and talked about it, and I feel like everything I confided in you and told you, you took it and used it to this arena thing when you knew for sure I was against that because I wanted the sports complex more for the whole parish, for all the kids. But I can't even get y'all to put that.
Can I say something, Miss Jerry? Michael, go ahead and go down, please. Miss Jerry, it's not his fault. This jury makes these orders and gives us directions on what to do. This allocation didn't come from our office. This came from a juror to put this on here. So I don't appreciate you dressing down the employees here and blaming him specifically. He didn't violate anybody's trust. He's doing what.
First of all, I was talking, Mr. Norton.
And that's why I said, excuse me.
I want to keep our conversation simple.
I just don't think it's appropriate for her to talk to the employees like that, Mr. Arnell.
Why not?
Because this is a public forum, and we're not in executive session for you to dress down an employee.
It happened as it happened. My thing is, Mr. Norton, first of all, you interrupted me when I was talking. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him.
And with all due respect, he is not your employee, he's my employee.
No,
It's
he
been called,
bears.
all right, okay. It's been called for the question.
Thank you.
Let's move on.
See, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Got too much control.
Mr. Baker.
Aye.
No.
Aye.
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 No.
Okay, motion carried. Appoint Cody Love and Richard Fuller to the Bayou Pier Fish and Game Commission.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Trina Boyd Simpson,
Second.
second by Mr. Clark.
We have to do it separately, or?
I think we
You
can
have
do it.
2 open seats, so
Yeah.
I don't think it matters, but that, I defer to Jennifer.
Yeah, we just do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do it together. Unless
It
you
won't
wanna
hurt
do
my
it-
feelings,
unless you
y'all don't. It
object to
don't
one
bother
of
me,
them.
so.
Unless you object to one of them. Okay, we got a motion and a second in the discussion.
I already said aye.
You, Mr. Fuller, I don't think you can vote.
You can't.
Yeah.
I can't vote for myself. Well, I won't
Not in
then.
this forum, I don't believe.
I hope it fails now.
Mr. Clark?
Aye.
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 I said like it passed.
You have to.
Okay, motion carries.
That a 2-year appointment?
I think it is. I think they said that in the,
No, they're until they no longer want to serve, because it's hard to get people.
why?
Lifetime.
You bit off a lot, Mr. Fuller.
Okay, item 10, update bylaws regarding Article 3, Rule 2. Each member of the DeSoto Parish Police Jury is entitled to receive packets prior to the committee meetings and regular meetings as set forth in Rule 3 of Article 3. A member may elect to receive the packages via email or through U.S. mail, with the member required to make such elections annually in writings to the secretary by January 31st of each year. If no written election by the member is received by the January 31st, the non-electing members' packets will be provided via email until such time as the non-electing member submits a written request to the secretary that the package be provided through U.S. mail.
Motion.
Motion
Yeah.
by Mr. Fuller, second by Ms. Burrell. Any
It's okay for me
discussion?
to vote on that?
Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Baker.
Aye.
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 The motion carries. Authorize the president to sign a corporate endeavor agreement with Mansfield Civic Group for the use of portion of the public walkway to establish and maintain a memorial brick area.
So move.
Motion by Mrs. Boyd Simpson,
Yeah.
second by Mrs. Burrell. Any discussion? Hearing none?
Aye.
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 The motion carries. Appoint James Walker replacing Mary Mack Thompson to the DeSoto Parish Tourism Commission for a 3-year term.
So move. Second.
Motion by Mr. Fuller, second by Mr. Clark. Any discussion? You hearing none?
Mr. Walker, is it, that's? Mr. Walker.
He's your last week.
Okay, okay.
They're not gonna speak. Okay. Mr. Baker?
Aye.
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 Motion carries. Okay, budget and finance items. Mr. Baker.
Approve the Keachai Water System non-governmental grant for the 2026 general fund budget.
So move.
Motion by Mrs. Burrell,
Second.
second by Mr. Fuller. Any discussion?
Mr. Ornell, if I just put on record, we were asked to verify whether they could buy off a state contract, and they can. There is a F-250 with state contract at $50,434. However, the excavator, those are not on state contract, and they have submitted a price for that for $55,300. So both items come out to $105,734. Just wanted to let y'all know the amount for that.
Is there anyone here from that water district? Yeah, yes. I think it's worth, I think you have to get 3 quotes for that excavator.
For the excavator, yes.
Just wanted to point that out.
Excuse me, is that a gas burner or a diesel?
The excavator?
No, ma'am, that's the truck.
The
250.
truck. Oh, hold on. It doesn't tell me.
If it's the same
But
ones
if
that we
it's the
purchased,
ones we
it's
order,
gas.
it's gas,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Okay, moving on.
You gotta vote.
You got to vote.
Oh, we didn't carry them.
Are we voting on an amount? We get to vote on an amount.
Yeah, you should. I mean, it just depends. If y'all are doing both items, that comes to $105,734.
Yeah, there should be a amended, or alternate motion for the 107.
105,734.
All right, so there's my dyslexia getting me. So I would do an amended, motion for that amount if that's the will of the jury. And then we're gonna have to do a CEA as well. And if the figures came in a little bit different, if they haven't gotten the required number of, quotes procedurally, we'll look at that and we can amend it later.
I'll make the amended motion for the dollar amount listed, or we were told.
Yeah.
Okay, motion made by Mr. Baker, second by Ms. Burrell. Any other discussion? You hearing none?
Aye.
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 Okay, motion carries. Approve the 2026 proposal operating and capital budget.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Baker,
Second.
second by Mr. Clark. Any discussion?
Yes. You can consider, adding those, what Mr. Pastor Carroll put on there, and then one from Kickapoo.
You want to add that in your motion, Mr. Baker?
You can make an amended motion. That's the way it should be done.
Okay,
Oh, he made a motion.
yeah, you made the motion.
Right,
That's
so
an
someone
amended
can
motion.
make an alternate motion if they want to not approve the budget as proposed. They're allowed to do that. I don't
All he has to do is make amended motion.
I'd like to make an amended motion that we add those other two to the budget, for the 26 proposed operating and capital budget. The St. Mark
What?
Church and the, St. Mark Church and the, what was the?
Mount
one from
Canaan
Kickapoo?
would.
What is,
Mount Canaan would.
What is the minute?
Canaan, for the one, but it wasn't under that name.
Regular.
Okay, Mr.
In what amounts?
I don't know, I don't have,
For the motion for the amended motion to add St. Mark Baptist Church proposal and the Canaan Baptist Church proposal.
I guess, yeah, I was asking what amounts did you want in your motion?
Say it again now?
the amount that they asked for?
Much money?
Amount.
The amount they asked for, or what? That's what she's asking.
The amount
The amount of
Amount.
money,
What's the
Amount of
dollar
money,
amount?
what were they at? They were, what were they at?
5,000, he
Each?
said.
can you get a second on the motion?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Fuller made the alternate motion, Ms. Burrell second. Mr. Baker?
Aye.
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 No.
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 Aye.
Aye.
Make it a count.
Hmm?
Get a count on that. It passed.
Ayes have it.
It passed?
Pass.
Okay, motion passes.
Thank you.
Say on that part. No, okay, okay.
Mr.
Okay,
Well, I guess procedurally, which is one of the reasons I like words up there. My understanding was that your motion was to adopt the operating and capital budget as proposed, except for the amendment to those two, adding those two
Yes, ma'am.
charities.
But
so that's it.
That's it.
Right. Did anybody else think that was?
The motion should be to approve, not to adopt. The adoption comes in December.
approved then.
Yes.
We gotta carry the motion again.
I think it's
Okay,
actual
yeah.
adoption.
Want
comes
to rerun it?
next
Right.
meeting.
and actually, just for clarifications, when y'all approve the Keachai water, so that is gonna be a part of the amended proposed budget too. So there's three new items, that will be changed in the budget. That's how it's gonna be, advertised, and it's ready here for review for the public.
And voted on ultimately.
Correct. It will be back before the jury at the December 15 meeting for adoption.
Okay, all right.
I have a question. I haven't. Lily, as it relates to under the elections and the general fund, the 3% COLA, I wasn't here. Can you give me a little bit of information of what's being asked? Or as it relates to salaries?
Okay, for the register voters, they're asking their COLA be based on their salary with the state portion the jury pays a certain amount to them. In the past, we have always just done the 3% COLA based on what we paid out. Their request for this year was to do the COLA on their whole pay, which includes the state portion.
Okay, so they're wanting us to pay an additional.
It will cost the jury an additional like $3,718, I believe is the figure I gave y'all.
So is that something that you said normally we don't?
We don't. We have never done it since I've been here. What the state has is a step increase process, and I think 2 of the employees there have tapped out on their steps.
Okay.
So, that's why they're asking for that additional money, basically based on their salary.
We capped out up here, so.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
don't get a 3% COLA, so that was a concern that I came across, and I wanted some clarity because I wasn't here.
Yes, ma'am. Like I said, it's how it's proposed. I'm assuming if the whole jury has a body did not agree to that, you can make a motion. I don't know if you still can since y'all already voted on it.
It voted to go past the committee, right?
It went through committee,
It
yes.
still has to be,
That is the vote that's on the table right now, and that y'all voted, I think it was 7-4.
It's been,
so what are we running with the salaries? So,
If you do it just based on whatever we normally pay them, it's only like $1,700 that will be added. So you're adding an additional $3,700 to their salary line item.
so from what I'm understanding is because they have capped out, they're asking us in addition to pay what we normally pay on top of.
Correct, on top of what the state pays. They get a payment from the state, and then we supplement.
The state get away with too much. And in that,
Okay.
is that the same budget that, they wanted the 18,000 for traveling?
Yes, ma'am. This is all part of the budget. And unless y'all made a change currently, that is how it's gonna be brought to you for adoption.
Did we vote?
What you do right now is you vote on the proposed budget, and then we have to advertise that to the public, and then the public has, time to come in and review the books and stuff. Then we have a public hearing, and then you adopt it in December, after the public hearing.
But now is the time to make changes to the
Correct.
budget, right?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what we need to do is put this in discussion. It should be, the motion should be to discuss it and adopt it. But we need to discuss it maybe. Maybe Ms. Simpson wants to discuss some things on this, budget before she votes to adopt it, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like everything in this budget should be up for discussion.
Yep.
You know, we got, Mr. Norton just said, how much of a loss in revenues?
$1,002,770.
And according to what paperwork I've got here, just our general fund balance is going to decrease 2.4 million. So that's just our general fund balance, $2.4 million less at the end of the year than at the beginning. And here we're talking about, you know, we're spending, if you look through all these budgets, $100,000 in travel. $100,000. You know, and they don't even stick to their budget in travel. If you'll look at your budget, our Registrar of Voters was budgeted $9,000 for travel. According to this, she's estimated to go over almost $8,000. Who approved that $8,000? Who approved it? If we have a budget of $9,000 for her to travel, she should stick to it. There's another, I done forgot what other one it was, finance and something other. They went way over their budget in travel. We're spending $100,000 for travel. We're spending over $100,000 now tonight, almost 200 and something thousand dollars tonight in non-governmental charities.
226,000.
You know? We're gonna spend $8,000 for our registrar of voters to get some sort of app. I know that's not much, but you can get an app on your telephone from the state. They'll give you any information you need on voting, the days, the dates, the locations, everything. It'll tell you where to go vote absentee.
Yep.
You know, we're gonna spend money for somebody to mow the yard out there. Well, how's the yard been getting mowed at the airport? You know, we're gonna buy them a lawnmower, and we're down $2.4 million. Where's all this revenue gonna come from? And this is the first year. What if it happens again next year? We need to start tightening our budgets. We need to start tightening our belt. We need to start staying with the budget and not going over it on things like travel. We're fixing to buy, what kind of a bush cutter are we buying for, what was it, $30,000? Road department?
I believe you're buying one pull
We're
behind
buying
and
two tractors and a
two
couple
I think we're
of
buying
bush
one for
cutters.
the
side
airport.
cutters.
and-
One's a Kubota,
Side cutter.
cutter. How big a cutter is that for $30-something thousand dollars?
Can we do point of order, because we've already voted this. It's voted now. So, it's through.
Do what?
It's voted.
What's voted?
The budget.
No, we have not
Okay.
voted on the budget. We voted to amend the budget for these,
Yes, yeah.
charities. That's all we did. We have not voted on
No,
the
sir.
budget.
No, sir. You voted on an
operating and capital
amended
outlay budget.
proposal to approve the budget.
Yes, we did.
The budget has been approved.
Thank you.
The discussion is over.
Okay,
The
well-
budget is approved to be presented.
When do we get to vote on,
It
discuss?
just passed.
When do we get to discuss?
When it came up on the agenda to discuss and approve the budget, that's when you got to speak. If you don't speak, we vote on it and pass the budget. That's what we did. I'm sorry you don't like the procedure.
No,
Next
I-
year, change it.
No, I
But
just
the
didn't
budget's
realize we were
approved.
voting on the budget. I just thought we were voting on amending it to add those things to the budget.
I did
No,
too.
it was an amended proposal.
To 14, yeah.
But the budget vote will come in December.
The
So I was
adoption,
gonna say,
to
what we
adopt
doing?
it.
Yeah,
Adopt the
the
budget.
adoption.
Okay. But that's not when they said we can discuss the budget. You know, or make changes to the budget.
At that
Said this
point,
was
I
our
mean, you
chance to do that.
still have time to do it based on public comments.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Authorize the president to sign a corporate endeavor agreement with the town of Stonewall to replace culverts on Dalton Road. So moved. Motion by Mr. Ross, second by Mr. Fuller. Any discussion?
Aye.
You know, I'm still confused on what just happened. I think there was no motion articulated by Mr. Fuller, and we just assumed.
Man, you'll be all right.
That we just assumed that we were approving the budget for December. I think from what I understood, is where we were approving to add the $5,000 from the St. Mark's Baptist Church to the budget to approve it.
Point of order
Now, I'm
again,
not
that
the
has nothing to do
only-
with this
No,
motion. So please,
We, that was voted to add that on, and it was carried.
I don't know, we can run the tape back, because I did not hear anybody articulate a
This-
motion.
this
I
has
heard
nothing to do
Mr.
with this
Fuller over
motion.
there talk about, let's just add what they said. That's all I heard Mr. Fuller say. I didn't hear anybody articulate a motion.
I think Mr. Baker made the motion, and he added
and I
that.
did the
I
amendment to it.
I
He
made the
added that in.
motion. I made the motion to approve the budget.
And I did amendment to it.
And he asked if he
Made a
could
motion.
make a change.
Thank you.
Mr. Jones asked me if I would change my motion. I said no. I said Mr. Fuller
Add.
can amend the motion. in which he did, and he got a second, and then we voted on it.
But what did he say?
He,
He said nothing. He said, let's just do what they, let's do what they
Point of
asked.
order, this has nothing to do with this motion
Yeah,
that's
we're
on the
gonna-
floor
we're
now.
gonna move
Let us
on,
move
man.
on, please.
We're gonna
Vote
move
yes or
on.
no.
Okay, I think, do we,
We on the roads now.
okay,
I call for the question.
okay, I think.
But they had
we're
been
done
voted.
with
We
that.
got halfway through and we stopped.
Oh, okay.
Stop telling him, thank you. Yeah.
Well, I got a point of order. When you call for the question, unless we got some kind of bylaw in one of these bylaws that the jury has, you gotta get a 3/4 vote to approve by Robert's Rule of Order to approve the question to be voted on. So if we're gonna do it by procedure, let's do it by procedure.
Well, really and
Right now-
truly, you're speaking out of turn
Yeah,
on a
right now,
subject
we-
that we
if
had
you're gonna
already
vote-
passed.
I
We
need
were
you to
casting
either
a
vote
vote
now-
on a
Hey.
deal that was presented, and you stopped it in the middle. So it's your turn to vote on the road item, is where we're at. We don't need some new procedure. You just need to vote so we can carry it on. And so maybe we might be able to go home.
What's the same, Mr. President?
You vote nay or down, move on. Vote up and.
What are we voting on?
Item 15.
Dalton Road.
Road item 15 for Stonewall.
15.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carried. Item 16, authorize the president to sign a corporate endeavor agreement with the town of Stonewall for work on Stanley Road that is in the parish. Work paid for and completed by Stonewall.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Baker, second by Mr. Ross. Any discussion? Hearing none?
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Item 17, approve an allocation of $750,000 for the Nash Road Reconstruction Project, Wood Spring Road West, approximately 1 mile, and authorize the parish treasurer to adjust the budget accordingly to reflect the project within the capital road funds.
So moved.
Motion by Mrs. Trina Boyd Simpson, second by Mr. Clark. Any discussion?
Aye.
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 Okay, motion carries. Solid waste. And the final item on the agenda tonight.
Authorize and update the tipping fee schedule as recommended by four-year whatever it is, engineers, and authorize the type 1 waste management rates to be negotiated by the parish engineer.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by
As
Mr.
administrator.
Justice. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, it was administrator to the
Can
engineer.
you,
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Justice,
I'll second it, but I got a question.
second by Mr.
I
Raines.
got a question.
Question.
Are the rates going up right now?
No, this will be effective January 1st.
But we are raising them?
Yes, sir. Based on the recommendation from,
All waste or?
no, just the ones on the schedule. Your construction debris is going up to 34 from 33. Your MSW is going up from, I think it was at 40. It's going up to 43.
Okay.
And of course,
Mr. Fuller?
we talked about making sure, like I said, if it was something major, a big thing, that went before the full jury. We discussed that night.
Okay, any other discussion, any other questions?
Yeah, cause I wanna understand, so we will be voting for you to set the fees, right?
To negotiate on the jury's behalf for special waste,
Okay.
type 1 landfill waste.
Okay, like that, we get out of budget, that's what you're talking about?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Any other question?
Aye.
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 Motion passes. Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Fuller, second by Mr. Raines. Any discussion? We are adjourned. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending our meeting tonight. At home safely.
sorry.
Gotta look.
We have done it this way.